Well, that was a good shower, but while I was in the shower, I must admit, I didn't think things through properly. So with that, let's roll the tape. Well, good evening. We're back in my little studio / lounge room for another episode of Rolling with the Spectrum. Yes, I have just had 6 weeks away. And I planned to go back to work as early as possible. Tomorrow is Monday and I am back on the tools again at work. What does that mean? Well, before the holidays, it's like, yep, do my holiday, get back to work as quick as I can, and don't let the don't let the dust settle on the holiday before I go back to work. Get straight back into it and go hammer and tong to pretty much just work and take mine off the holiday and so on and so forth. However, had the kids on the weekend. That's not a bad thing. The ex has got them now for the school holidays, so that's why I'm working, and that's what we had planned before we left. Thinking it was a good idea to go straight back to work, come in on the Friday, start work on Monday. Perfect plan. Over the weekend though, I have been tired and I can feel the burnout coming on. It was fair to say on the actual holiday itself, I didn't feel autistic. Reason why I didn't feel autistic, there's a number of reasons, but the main reasons is, you don't have the everyday stress of living in your normal environment. The stress of work coming down on you. Mind you, I was only just diagnosed 2 days before I left, officially, by my psychiatrist. Still don't have the relevant paperwork sorted yet. That's this week coming now that I'm back in Australia. However, in the lead up to this, I was doing a lot of unpacking, trying to unmask a little bit, find out who I really am underneath this, the mask. On holidays, around family and stuff, so I could let my guard down a bit. Was I unmasking or did I put the mask up more? I am getting to the bottom of that. That'll be another episode. But at the moment, I felt less autistic than I ever have on holiday. And like I said just before, the reason for this is because there was less stress from actually living at home, in everyday life that we're sort of used to, that we put ourselves into. There's also the fact that I'm not at work, so there's no work stress factors. The fact that I actually got diagnosed was probably another stress that was taken off. And the fact I'm on holiday and I don't need to stress or worry about anything really. The biggest stress I had, I think, and same with the ex of my mum, who will come on the holiday, is a sort of blended family, unblended, reblended, glued family, was the fact that we had my daughter who has ASD and ADHD as well, and prone to violent meltdowns. So we're a bit on edge flying and in a few crowded places and that. So if you go back, I do mention when she does have a few meltdowns in previous videos when we were overseas. However, long story short, she was absolutely brilliant. And this probably boils down to the fact that there wasn't much, probably stress was the biggest factor. Being around family, you can be yourself. So if there is a bit of hand movement, flapping, bit of, what's the other one, stimming, we bought fidgets. I'm sure you guys would have seen the fidget videos. If not, go back, have a look at it. We're in London, 35 degrees, and boiling our ring bits off at the time. Lucky the fidgets didn't actually melt, which was a good thing for us. So, yeah, like I'm fidgeting now anyway. But yeah. So what does that mean? Well, it means that we had a good time. I could be myself in front of everybody. And if I need to let my guard down a bit or take my mask off a little bit, I was quite in my right to. Not that I'm never in my right to, but, a few things I have noticed now, been diagnosed, is things that I do to people who may think I'm attacking them when I'm not. There's a few decisions being made on the holiday where the ex thought I was attacking her, or mum thought I was attacking her, just verbally. It wasn't. It's just what I was thinking was going from here to there with no filter, and it probably come out worse than expected. But where does this put me now? I'm back. I'm starting to feel the stresses of everyday life in Perth, the housework, the cooking, the cleaning, the showering, the bedtimes, putting the kids to bed, kids' medications, my medication. And tomorrow I don't have the kids, thank God, so that's one stress sort of lifted, but the other stress now is waking up for work, cleaning my stubble up, looking a bit nice for work, getting changed in my work outfit, uniform, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Breakfast, caffeine, medication, driving to work in traffic. Yes, I drove in some traffic on holidays, but I was going places I wanted to go to, like Stonehenge. We went, from Wales down to southern England, drove up from London to the Harry Potter studios, things I wanted to do. New London traffic was shit, and UK traffic in general wasn't the best, but I was prepared for that. I'm prepared for driving to work as well, but I've got that stress of actually getting from point A, which is to bed tonight, because I just had a shower, have another, getting ready in the morning to get in the car to get to work and do what I need to do at work. That stress is slowly building up. As that's building up, the holiday is wearing off, and with that total wear off, I am starting to feel holiday burnt out is what I'm going to call it. So watch this space in the next few days when I make my Wednesday and weekend video of how I actually feeling at the time. Like right now I feel drained and run down. I laid on the couch most of the day, got abused by my little one because I wasn't doing enough with her, but she understood, thank God. The oldest one just done what she does, spoke to her friends and ate, which is what teenagers do, don't they? So that's what she did. She was cool. And then when the ex come and picked the little one up, I was on the couch and all I could feel was this sense of relief that I'm not looking after the little one, but the sense of dread is that reality is starting to set in, that yes, work is back tomorrow, and yes, I am feeling like I am going to go into an autistic burnout. I have psychiatry this week, and I think I've got a psychologist sometime this week, a GP appointment next week as well, so I do have the support out there. This school holidays, mum is had her break from the kids and coming back on board on Thursday to help us out, so thanks to mum for that one. And obviously the oldest one, she's got her gymnastics to do and stuff, so that's stress isn't there for the school holidays, but we know that in a week's time, or 2 weeks' time, whatever it is, when school goes back, we'll have the stress of the school system not providing the correct amount of support for our younger daughter, and we're just going to feel the hurt once again. Probably not the best position to be in, but like been there before. I'm getting my supports in place as well. I am unmasking and learning about myself and things I can do and can't control to help better my stress levels. New fidgets that I'll take to work, keep in the car. I have not this one. This one's my mental health awareness type, if you have a look at the back. Shout out to the guys who make these. I'm not by any means sponsored by them. I just like it and bought it. I do have a Cloud9 autism Century hoodie, which I wore on the plane because it's fucking cold. I wore in the UK because I was around crowds, and it's got fidgets in the pocket and the fidgets in the hands. And I tell you what, if you don't have one of them, guys, I highly recommend it. I know they're basically for winter, but I guess we can make a long sleeve one. Long sleeve shirt type one for the summer. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Spitballing ideas. In saying that, it was a great holiday, but now, like I said, I'm starting to feel a burnout. So what am I going to do to alleviate me from burning out and not being able to do too much on the, like I said, I don't have the kids this week. My plan is go to work, take it easy, ease back into it, knowing what my position is at work. I probably won't have to ease into it. I'll have to go straight into it. That could be a good thing, take my mind off the actual burnout. But when I get home, what do I have in place? What do you guys do? Leave your comments down below. But I'll probably do a bit of meditation throughout the day, just a bit of breathing. I am, touch wood, it doesn't rain tomorrow afternoon. I can go for a bit of walk, do a bit of grounding at the beach. Might even do a live feed down there for you. I don't know. Something I got to sort of sit back tonight and open the book up and have a look to see what I need to do to help prevent the burnout. Burnout's going to be there. There's no stopping that. So it's just a matter of managing that now. And I've got to put my columns in place to help alleviate the stress and the burden that comes with having the autistic burnout. It is a real thing. A lot of people I know experience it. Daughter experiences it. Blake from Autism Addict, he misses out a week at a time sometimes with his episodes due to his burnout. There's lots of other YouTubers out there with probably, I don't want to say better quality, but a bit more better relevant information, who have lived it longer than I have, who can explain it probably a little bit better than what I can too. In saying that, it's a learning process for me as well. I'm here to show you guys that I'm a late diagnosed autistic male with a daughter who is also on the spectrum, and I go through the same struggles as you do. So I'm just sharing my, I wouldn't call it experiences because it's only a new thing to me, but just to sort of show you guys that there are people in the same boat, and if you need the support, reach out through this channel and like and subscribe to it if you get this far and you like my content. But I have 2 other channels which I'll eventually put the links in the description and on the posts and whatnot. One's gonna be a react channel where I can react personally to things that I've seen in social media, on television, things I've experienced myself, things I've seen on my holiday, which I think is a fucking good idea that we should try and implement here in Australia. Just to name a few little things, and hopefully get a bit more interaction with you guys out there in in the real world who's living this day by day, and get your comments and thoughts, and we could hopefully build on it and try and make support channels and whatnot. I have been spitballing the idea with a few people on a podcast for autism awareness support for parents, mental health and stuff like that. I don't know anything about doing podcasts because this is the easy bit. Doing a YouTube channel, you just point, shoot, talk, and pop it out there for the world to see. So going to get some information on that as well to start getting the podcast, try and get people on. And I will film the podcast and throw it onto that channel with the links in this channel to get there, if that makes sense, and vice versa, and you know what to do sort of thing. And try and build my rolling with the spectrum sort of, I'm not going to call it an empire because I want it to be a democracy. I want input from you guys, from family, friends, the public, proper support people, proper people who work in that sort of medical field of autism and ADHD and other neurological disabilities as well. The hidden disability lanyard as well, touch on that in the React channel in the next few days. I don't know when I will put a video out for that, but I'm very close to sort of doing one tonight, maybe tomorrow after work. Because this is what I'm doing to you guys, talking about autism awareness, mental health, and other neurological disabilities, such as my cyclothymic disorder as well, so the bipolar high and low. Didn't have too many of them overseas, but I am starting to fall into that depression state at the moment, obviously with the extra stresses that come back into my life now with my normal work stresses, my normal life stresses that I didn't get while I was on holiday. So I think I've waffled on enough. I hope this makes sense to you guys. Like I said, if you have made it this far in the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, your family, your workers, your co-workers, tell everybody that's support autism, and your friends, family, and yourself, and especially the parents who are parenting autistic children out there. You've got it tough. Chances are that if you've got an autistic child, you're autistic yourself, or your spouse is, or other half. So yeah, the stress is real. I'm feeling it. I'm here for you guys, and hopefully you guys are there for me as well. And like I sign off at the end of every Rolling with the Spectrum video, peace, love, and autism. Remember that you guys aren't alone, and always drop comments on YouTube. My other social media platform, Instagram, is Rolling with the Spectrum _ YouTube. Go over there, DM me if you need to, any day, any time of night. I actually don't have my bings on, but I will get to you and have a chat if you need to. Those of you who actually know me in person, yeah, I'm here for you. You guys are here for me. Appreciate it, love it, and let's make this world a more inclusive, neurodivergent, disability accepting world. I think I might spread on just from the autism side of things too. But with that note, guys, it's been 17 minutes of me waffling on. I'm tired. I've got to go to work tomorrow. I'm trying to get my head down and get this video out to you guys tonight, which is Sunday, I don't even know what day it is. I know tomorrow's Monday and I've got to work. So thank you for listening, and again, peace, love, and autism, guys. And you guys mean the world to me as my supporters. Love yous.